Imagine getting up every day full of energy as if you were in your 20s again. What would that be like? What would it be worth to you? What is your health worth to you? Think about it. Your health isn't everything, but without it, everything else is nothing. And yet, too many of us are taking it for granted until something goes wrong. And no one wakes up hoping to be diagnosed with a disease or chronic illness. And yet, we've never been taught how to be proactive in our health through our school or public health. As a registered health coach and integrative health practitioner, I believe it's time this information is made available to everyone. Combining new knowledge around your health and the ability to do my functional medicine lab tests in the comfort of your own home will allow you to optimize your health for today and all your tomorrows. Don't wait for your wake-up call.
Welcome back to another episode of the Don't Wait for Your Wake Up Call podcast. This is a Podapalooza edition. I am here with Olga Alexeeva. Welcome to the show, Olga.
Thank you so much. I'm so privileged to be here, and I hope that people who's listening that get a lot of value.
I'm sure they will, and I would love to introduce you to the audience. Olga grew up in Odessa and came to the U.S. in 1991, building 2 art galleries in Nashville by playing by men's rules: suppress emotion, control everything, and never show weakness. She succeeded and became starved for intimacy. Through her program, From Gray to Glow, Olga helps women reclaim desire and softness without giving up power. Her message: women don't have to choose between power and love. Integration, not sacrifice. She leads by experience, not theory. So that is an incredible background, Olga. And I love this message of, tapping into our feminine side and our feminine strength rather than having to play by the men's rules. However, I would just like to dive in first and just ask, was there a definitive moment when you realized playing by the men's rules was no longer working for you?
That's a deep question, Melissa. Thank you so much. As you said, I came here in 91 from Moscow, actually. And I used to be a stage actress on a stage. And when I came here, I started from cleaning tables at McDonald's. Girl has to do what girl has to do.
Yes.
And it took me about 10 years to speak a little bit English. And then I started to paint. And then I opened the galleries. I had 2 galleries. I had teaching studio. And I built everything by myself. I had my son with me. I raised my son. I was single. And I had my mother I took care of. And I was a gallery owner for 16 years. And Nashville, Tennessee knows me. I've been around. We had just beautiful events and so on.
I wish I knew you a few years ago. I was in Nashville, Tennessee back in October 2023.
We always can catch up. So now
Yes.
You know me and you can come up. But no, I actually don't have any plans to leave Nashville unless I will be snapped by a white knight.
Right.
So anyway, you never know our life. But what I want to say to you that I came from another country by myself, raised my son, took care of my mom, then built a gallery, did that. Then COVID came and I had to vacate gallery. I had to literally just do everything physically because my manager got COVID and I was by myself. So saying that chain of events, I was doing everything by myself and people actually praised me for that. They said, "Oh, you're so strong. You can do that. It's such much resilience," and that, that. Because society is praising women to be strong. But when COVID came and I was sitting in my kitchen and I was alone and I lost myself, I lost my purpose and everything. And I really wanted a soul to talk to. I want a companion. I want a connection. And what I found out, that while I was building my empire, I also built armor around myself.
Yes. So
That emotional shield that showed at some conscious level, I'm strong. I don't need anybody. I'm self-sufficient. And all my power just crumbled. I had a coach who literally moved me to understand, because I was asking why I'm single. I'm not attached. He said, because you send signals that you need anybody. And with the humans, we operating by subconscious signals.
Absolutely.
The flags that we carry, not knowing.
Yes.
And that scared me to death. I said, it doesn't matter what I'm saying.
Right.
It matters what I feel, what I have inside, what's in my DNA, what is my beliefs, my story and everything. And it's turned myself around. And at that time, I went to an inspirational seminar, and literally I had a aha moment when I saw myself on the stage. I thought, oh my God, I need to be on the stage because I have a story to tell. And later on, I realized that my struggles, my personal struggles, my personal development could be a medicine for somebody else.
Absolutely.
It's not only mine. I'm not holding it. And so this has became my mission, my purpose, and all my depression that I was in by losing my galleries. It actually was a good thing, because if we want to change something, we don't need to add on the top. We need to clean up and make a container to get something in, because we have so much knowledge, so much even junk knowledge that we don't need, but we don't have that peaceful container where real value could come in, and our suppressed little voice inside waiting for us to realize that we have to direct our life consciously with alignment with our thoughts, heart, spoken word, and action.
I love
so
this,
that's
Olga.
kind of encompassing. I really want to answer your question, and I gave you that background because when I realized that I had a problem, and I realized that women who built a business, who built empires, brilliant women, brilliant, they suddenly feel disconnect inside. They suddenly might have roommate relationship. They suddenly, their kids might come to them for logistics. Mama, drive me here, do me hair, but they don't come to you on their own to hug you. That is so painful to realize. And that's what I want to bring to women, for them, for awareness. Ladies, if you stay strong for too long, it has a price.
I love all that you're saying, because we've, of course, only just met today for this Podapalooza event, and you are talking exactly the same conversation that I share on this show and teach through Amplify Impact Academy. And it's that connection between the unconscious mind, the conscious mind, and the higher self, and bringing to awareness from the unconscious mind up into the conscious mind who we are, who we want to be, and understanding that it's our thoughts. The unconscious mind is always listening, and our thoughts that are creating our life. If we're focusing on what we don't want, guess what we get more of? We get more of that because that's where the focus is. Instead, we want to focus on what we do want. And that comes, understanding what we want comes from going inside, which is exactly what you're talking about. And you're right, society has programmed not just women, men as well, to be strong, to push through, to keep going. And this being a health show, many people that are here on this show are recovering from burnout.
Exactly.
Because they have done that. And I'm wondering if you too, with all that you've accomplished, all that you've achieved, raising your son as a single mom, caring for your mother, did you go down that path of burnout as well? Or did you
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You mentioned men. I just want to kind of finish that line of thought.
Mm-hmm.
Men running on masculine energy, and their energy is like a sun energy. It's direct, it's achieving, and they are actually thriving in a business agenda.
Right.
Women, female energy, thriving on acceptance, on spontaneity, on femininity, and it's more like a lunar, like a river. And in my program, I have a program that I created for women to go through that, to understand what it is, because to understand and not to do anything, it's like it makes no sense.
Exactly.
So I created a program called From Gray to Glow. Gray, it means you're not suffering, but you're flat. You're in a rut. You feel not accomplished. You feel not, it's actually, you might just feel guilty, even having all the success and say, what else I want? But inside of you, there is a void. Mm-hmm. And that's when we have that awareness. And then I have a solution to that. How to fulfill the cup. How to fulfill your left creative mind. Because without creativity, women cannot thrive because it's against her nature. And me being an actress, then being an artist, a painter, and changing so many lives by bringing them self-esteem and self-love. I created that program that I'm so excited about. And for 3 or 6 months, women created a new habit. Yes. You become a new you. Yes. Because if we take care of external reasons, it's like just a shave on the top of the iceberg. We need to get into the depth, into the root of the problem, and change how you think.
Yes, exactly.
Change how you see the life, how you see yourself, how you see your partner, and that can be learned. Yes, this is a good news. Of course, our society, unfortunately, is spoiled by pills. Yes. Get a pill, lose 20 pounds overnight. It's not going to happen. The serious changes only can happen when you implement and when your psyche get used to it, because our brain and our subconscious wants us to be safe, means to stay in status quo. Stay where you're at. If it's not broken, don't shake it. But if you want a more life, if you want a spark, by the way, my second name, Olga, the Queen of Spark. Keep in mind. Yeah, right. So if you want a spark, if you wanted that drive, when you wanted that ignite your life and wake up in the morning and you just the kind of youth, when you wanted that, you have to change from inside.
Yes.
You cannot operate by old stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're 20 years old and you eat pizza, you could be okay. If you're 50 years old and you eat pizza, it's not okay.
Right.
I'm talking for the night, or run all night long. So our body, and I'm talking about accomplished women who are already accomplished. It's going to be 40, 45, 50, 60. We are going to our best part of life. I consider that the best part of life.
Yes.
I started to paint when I was 50. It's never too late to start over. And we have to move with the wisdom. We have to adjust wisely. Not to strive. Oh, I'm 60. I want to look like a 25, and just it's okay, but you have to do it on a way not to be funny. It has to be a wisdom in it.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that I think that our time when we in that part of life, it's more important than ever to create that part as a best, because we don't have any rehearsal.
No.
There is no rehearsal. We have to put the most into it, the most experience, most connections, everything that we missed in the youth. Because we raised children, built a business, been busy. Now it's a time to build yourself.
Yes.
And that's what I'm offering. That's what I'm so excited. In my website, actually, I don't know how that I'll share, but my website is ultraverity.com. Verity is a Latin word, means ultimate truth. In this part of my life, I made what is the word? I made a total agreement with myself that I am going to be truthful from now on. Stop pretending. Stop filling up somebody's expectations. Stop serving everybody around you. Serve yourself, because you are who is watching it right now. You're beautiful. You are successful. You're worthy. Everything, all the magnificent thing that life and universe and your God is giving to you, you need to assume it and feel that you are right to get it. You have to be open to get it.
Absolutely.
Don't be meek. Don't be meek. No, it's not time. We don't have time to be meek. Ladies, get everything that life is offering to you and more. And one of the ways how you can do it is dig inside of your soul. It's bottomless.
Yes.
It's bottomless. And in my website, ultraverity.com, I have classes, I have courses, I have so much my own heart in it. I would love to invite every lady who is watching me now, check it out. Guys, have curiosity as your default state. Don't say, I know everything, because you stagnate in your box. But curiosity, your childish desire to know more, because it's so much to learn. We don't know everything.
Exactly.
So that's kept me always on my toes, and that's why I'm up to try everything, or do something, because I don't know. We don't know our time. I don't want to have any thoughts. Oh, even if I would do this and that, even if I do this and that. Speaking of that, I don't know what you want to ask me. I don't know how much time we have, but I wrote my book, From Russia to America, and it's on Amazon. Anybody can get it. And it's my memoir, how I grew up in Russia. And it wasn't Russia, it was USSR at that time, because it was 70s, 60s, 70s. That's what, and my last chapter was my transformation. And trust me, on my website, I was swallowing the fire. You can see it. You can see it. Then I went to a rope challenge. I said, well, once a lifetime, you have to try everything. I went to rope challenge, when you're just balancing maybe 20, maybe 30 feet off the ground on the rope. It's just that to get yourself, just break through your physical fear. And that's what I'm describing in my book. So if somebody don't know, go grab my book. Anyway, and I'm just waking up in the morning and I'm so excited about what day is gonna bring to me. And I want to tell you, it's not coming by default. You might say, oh, Olga, you don't know my circumstances. You don't know my kids or my grandkids. I am blah, 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 blah. Ladies, this is your life.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me. I will direct you what to say to your kids for them to drop the grandkids and have you as a free nanny. And you, I'm not going to say wasting or something, but chatwitholga.com. Chatwitholga.com. Book the call with me. And I will help you to look in your life, and we'll see. You might just have some block that from your river to stop flowing.
I love that, Olga. And thank you for sharing all of your contact information so people can get hold of you. I love your passion. And you're absolutely right. This is a choice. And people feel like, as you said, you don't know my circumstances. It is still a choice. And so if you are feeling stuck, then Olga has the tools to help you move forward and get unstuck. I talk about moving from Victim Island to Solution City. What are your thoughts that are keeping you stuck on Victim Island, thinking you can't do it, you're not good enough, all of the limiting beliefs, everything that's keeping you stuck? And we are both here to tell you there is a way to move forward, and you can change your childhood programming and update it to what serves you now. So I highly recommend that you connect with Olga. And Olga, I also love to ask every single guest that comes on my show, what does Don't Wait for Your Wake Up Call mean to you? That is the name of the podcast. What does that mean to you?
It means when we are young, I felt that my life is endless, that we're invincible. And when we're growing up, we still keep that kind of small voice that everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. And then one day, you cannot do anything about anything. What I'm saying, what it means to me, don't wait to that moment of no return. Do every day as if it's, I don't want to say last day, but if we think about people who were giving, let's say, short time to live, they start to appreciate life differently. They see stuff differently. They start to appreciate every little bitty stuff around them, starting from toothbrush to everything. What I'm saying, don't ask your life to bring you that circumstances that you start to appreciate life. Start to appreciate life when you have everything. And don't be cocky that you are the center of the universe. We are here, we're guests. And don't wait for the time when you would have this, when you cannot come back and redo your life, because we're going one way only, and I see our life as an escalator, that everybody going down, 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 down. And if you want to stay on the same level, you have to turn around and start to paddle up, up, up. And people here, they say, you're crazy. But you have your own mind. And you know what I mean? So this way, you build your own life. And no matter when your time comes, you have that feeling that you had your life, you had your full life. Don't leave anything for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Olga. I really appreciate having you on the show, your passion, your wisdom, and all the ways that you can help people live every day to the fullest, as you say. And thank you to my audience for tuning in every week, for your openness to be willing and to learn about your health, and not just your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your spiritual health, so that you truly can live your best life. I am pleased to share with you a new training called Karma Code Timeline Therapy Practitioner Certification. This training is a powerful 3-day live on Zoom session teaching you how to help others in clearing all of their stuffed down emotion of anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, rage, and shame, without them having to talk about any of the situations that ever caused the root of that anger, and release it from the cells in their body and have them feeling light. And also to release all of the BS stories running around in our head of being unlovable, unworthy, not good enough, powerless, etc., etc. And get rid of all of that chatter and allow them to have peace and quiet in their head. This training is transformational for your clients and for you, because during the training, you get to experience it both as a practitioner and a client, and release all of that garbage for yourself and clear out your emotional body, your mental body, and keep them clear so that all of that stuffed down emotion isn't causing dis-ease later in your life. Check out the show notes for the link. Our first training is happening in 2026.